All right, what is up? I am outside in 30-degree weather. For what reason, I don't know. But today we definitely need to talk about what is going on with Paul McBeth, and does he have a future for the 2024 season, or will it kind of just be riddled with injury? Let's talk about it. All right, so like I said previously in my video about Paul, he has a 2-month-old, so that has certainly taken up a lot more time than anything else going on in his life. Like surely his sponsorships and like the Paul McBeth Foundation and the Florida course, they all have a high priority, but nothing is really as important as your own kid. So obviously that's taken up the biggest chunk of his time. But in the recent podcast with the Upshot, he stated he's only thrown 100 shots since Worlds. And I think that is definitely indicative of a regression, even if he's injured, even if he wasn't injured. I think no matter what, he will not be performing at his peak, at least at the start of the season, and that's kind of inevitable. But there was major things going on with that because he has a shoulder injury, and it was actually discovered through 2 doctor's visits that it is a torn labrum. So not only is that a very big deal, he is actually going a different route than surgery, which you could argue is maybe a good thing, but it also could be a major red flag for the future of Paul McBeth's trajectory, because if you don't follow through with a surgery when it kind of is probably the best solution for you, you might have to wait even longer before you can actually get out there and be a pro level athlete. So what is he doing in the meantime? He's actually doing a stem cell injection, which should hopefully work magic. For my interpretation of that, I typically expect in a similar vein as Eagle, if you don't go the surgery route when you feel like you need to, then bad things are likely to occur. And so I highly think that re-injury is a very probable risk if he's not going to do his surgery, which to me means that if he does get out there, does play the Florida Open, and turns out to maybe not do as well as he hopes, then he'll probably end up having to do the surgery. So it feels like it's the off season. This is the best time to do it, but he's opting not to. But he did state in the podcast that he is definitely willing to do the surgery if it does become apparent that he needs to, which is good. It's good to know that he's actually having that on the table, because obviously any pro athlete does not want to do surgery. It is like the biggest red flag, because you know sponsors aren't going to like it, you're not going to like it, your whole year may be totally thrown off. But in terms of what's best for you as a person and less of a player, this is definitely more important to me to take the surgery, get the time off that you need. You also get time with your kid, just take the surgery. But I am not a pro athlete. What do I know? And what's even crazier is that, we know Paul is a very tactical guy. He does things very deliberately, but he actually stated this exact stem cell injection that he's doing is the exact same thing as what Eagle did, and that did not pan out. So the fact that he is doing the exact same thing for a shoulder injury that we know has not worked for another disc golf pro athlete just feels a little off the mark. But maybe there's just a lot more factors at play that I don't understand. But doing a basic research of what a torn labrum entails, it definitely does not seem like something you can just power through. And I don't think stem cell therapy is going to be the right solution. But whatever the case is, that is his trajectory. We don't ultimately know if he'll be all right for the 2024 season, but I definitely have high hopes that this stem cell therapy will just work and he'll be able to win another couple majors. But with that said, what do you guys think? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to go run because it is so cold and I want to get my body moving. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Wild Runs signing out. Peace.